I kind of undervalued the bad side effects of a majority junk food diet. I didn't give it the weight it deserves by not mentioning the stuff that junk food does to you, does to your body when you consume it the most. It kind of makes you feel very light, and it makes your bones feel crickety, and it gives you weird needle poking kind of feelings in your bones. I would say it definitely exhausts your energy and makes you feel very weak. As a child, you never think about taking naps. You hardly give naps any consideration because in your mind you have responsibilities such as completing your homework, and to take a nap would be a complete selfish and abandonment of your responsibilities after school. So when you get home from school, you usually would rather lay there completely energyless, watching television, and just wait until you summon up the will to get up and do your homework. And while you're laying there, you have a lot of opportunity to think about the way your body is feeling at the moment, so you recognize what the junk food is doing to you. It gives you indistinctive aches all over, in particular your bones. You also know that the one of the problems is that vegetables, healthy food, and fruits are scarce to you as a young kid, because adults tend to be less accommodating, and when it comes to terms to providing an adequate supply of fruits and vegetables. Because the consumption of fruits and vegetables results in them having to do more labor, both in terms of acquiring money in their workplace, and as much so or even more labor in acquiring the fruits and vegetables. It can be a very hard that I want to say hard, but a strenuous task to go out to the store and pick the right fruits and vegetables to supply the household with. If you're an unfortunate kid like I was, your parents would stop giving consideration to the quality of those fresh plant-based items, and all they would be concerned about is providing quantity, and even they would even sacrifice variety as well. Seared in my memory in a bad way are delicious, the delicious variety of apples, the red delicious apples. They would be the only fruits available almost all the time, and they are particularly nasty when they are left unconsumed for a particular amount of time. After a particular amount of time, they become bitter and dry and spongy. It would become like eating the kitchen sink's sponge after it's been let dry for a while. So as a kid, you notice what is the imbalance in your diet, but being an inferior to your parents, you hardly get feel you have you can confront them about it and make change. I think, however, in retrospect, it should have been possible to gradually shift your parents' habits and provisions for you. By slowly and persistently pushing them into direction you want them to go to. Yes, and by nagging as well. Nagging can work if you are in the right but I definitely must emphasize that as a child I lived the majority of my time feeling weird aches everywhere. And feeling very as light as a feather because of junk food, being addicted to junk food and having that as my main food source. It is possible to make change as I don't have to eat a particular amount of fruits and a particular amount of vegetables after every meal or in a day, every day. I don't have to get every type of nutrient in myself every single day. To me, the balance can be achieved during a period of a few days. This conclusion I developed recently after trying a very radical diet of fasting, and or sometimes some days fasting completely and some days fruit and not fasting. So therefore now I'm okay with having savory food one day, another day maybe having just fruits and nuts, and maybe one day when the day after I have a huge amount of food during a holiday dinner. So the next day I would just not eat at all. And I try as much as possible to continuously consume boiled whole wheats, whole grains, but again, this too I do not have to have every day. And to tell you how I'm feeling right now, let you have a sense about how this diet is going for me. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling sturdy. And I'm feeling generally good, almost continuously. Again, the key I would say here is the special healthy stuff I consume, like the whole grains and whatever it can be, some tea, ginger, whatever. Those are sort of the fillers for what may be lacking in your everyday meals. And again, I also eat a variety of a large, I emphasize, variety of seeds. Now, I went to the store the other day, dollar store, and I got me a very plain chocolate this time. Smarties, M&M's, and this one I never tried before, called Mirage. These chocolate. I don't know if you can call them chocolate bars, but we'll just pretend they are. They get me very excited. Maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the shapes, or maybe it's the commercials that play in my head. So my mouth is watering right now. I know they're melting your mouth. It's like candy. Oh, I hardly distinguish Smarties and M&Ms until I saw them on the shelves. It clicked in my mind that they're different. Out there, they now come in compartments. These are the ones with the commercials regarding which ones you want to eat last. I think usually it's the red one they choose in the commercials. These are definitely yummy. Got that milk chocolatey flavor and that flavor of bread, kind of toast, and the candy shell definitely adds to the yumminess. They're kind of hard on the teeth, but that milkiness definitely stands out. And M's, maybe these are the ones with the commercials. The packaging suggests they're only brown, but they're colored as well. Not a pleasant smell, sort of the smell of rot. Yeah, not pleasant at all. Sorry, technical issues with my camera. I have to repeat my reviews of M&M and the Mirage. Yeah, the M&M, even after a few hours, still has that smell of rot, and it tastes like used coffee grounds. It's not milk chocolate like the Smarties. It's very bitter, and that rot smell transfers to the flavor. Overall, it's yucky, and I don't like M&Ms. Funny thing happened to me when I had an Airbnb guest. He went to lock his door, and all of a sudden I hear a trickling of something like little beads falling to the ground. Immediately I knew he made a big mess, so I went to investigate and discovered he spilled half his bag of M&Ms on the floor. Seeing he probably had important things to do, I offered to clean after him. Later I joked, this illustrates why in the commercials M&Ms are shown in different settings, meaning they probably are dropped everywhere by people. Woo! I don't like that smell at all. It's much softer chocolate than pieces of chocolates. Than the Smarties, much easier to bite into, but flavor wise Smarties beats it hands down. Also, the Mirage, it's an air bubble filled chocolate bar, similar to Aero, but it's a more bulky chocolate bar. Rather than flat, it's rectangular. It's like piece of stick, thick rod. It's it melts in your mouth the same way. It has the same texture and consistency, but the downside is that it tastes like antique furniture. The flavor is completely unappealing. It's alien. And like I said, tastes like some sort of paint. This too, I didn't like at all.